Okay, thank you for watching this video. What is math? Well, basically, math is a language. It's a lot of things, and I know we make it out to be all of this stuff, but it's not really that hard. It's just a language. So if you think about it in that way, then your brain will start to understand that math has a syntax, which means things go together. It has rules, it has grammar, and that's basically what it is. It's just, counting with numbers, arranging patterns and shapes together. So I use this. I don't know if anybody said this before. I've never read this quote, but math is the language of art, business, finance, music, and science. So math underlies all of these things. I mean, you can do art without math. A lot of people do it, but if you really get off into some high level art, you will have some math into it. So, business and finance, it makes sense. Music, math and music go together because timing, beats, syncopation, all of those kinds of things are mathematical. And obviously, science and math go together. Math is the underlying foundation for science. Math proves all scientific laws. So let's get off into the basic math that you will see in high school. Algebra um, is a not owl is an Arabic word meaning basically the reunion of broken parts. So I put the definition there for you. I'm not going to read all through that. And geometry, basically, these are old Greek or Latin words. Geo meaning earth and metry meaning measurement. So it's basically measurement in the earth. So we're dealing with points, lines, planes, surfaces, all your basic shapes. Then trigonometry is triangle measurement. So that's where you deal with sine, cosine, tangent, the trig functions, parts of a circle. You'll get off in a different measuring outside of Cartesian coordinates called the polar coordinates, where you measure everything in a circle. And then calculus. If you're on a scientific track, you'll take calculus. Um, and calculus is basically looking at the area under curves or finding how things move in volume and stuff like that. Calculus gets off into a lot of high level stuff, but the foundation for all of these maths is algebra. And then if you take a non scientific route, you'll be dealing with statistics and probability and consumer business math. So you can read through these definitions. I'm not going to read through them, but I just wanted to talk about them. So, what you want to look for in a high school is to get on some type of college prep course map. If you're on a non science track, if you think you want to major in some course dealing with non science, these are basically the maths you want to take in high school on the left in the red box. Your algebra, your geometry, your algebra 2. Lots of school districts do algebra 1, algebra 2, then geometry. So, just take a look at what your school has to offer and see, what you want to take. And then you get some kind of business math, some kind of consumer math, and some type of statistics or probability. You can take one or two electives. In most states, I live in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, and you really have to see what your state or Commonwealth has to offer. Now, if you're on a science track like I was in high school, you definitely want to take these maths: algebra, geometry, algebra 2. You want to take some type of trig, pre-calculus, and some type of calculus. I did not take calculus in high school, and it was terrible for when I went to college. So I was an engineering major at one point in time, and math and computers put me out of engineering school. Uh, it was very difficult. So I urge you, if you want to be a nurse, a doctor, a computer engineer, computer programmer, any of that, anything dealing with science, please try to take calculus in high school or take some classes over the summer so that you can have calculus before you go off to college. All right, so I want to talk about the Greek alphabet. a lot of Greek letters will be used in math. So definitely in algebra and geometry, you'll see alpha, you'll see beta, you'll see gamma, you'll see delta, you'll see theta. Theta is on the calculator. What else will we see? Pi. We'll see phi or phi. Lambda comes up in science. A lot of these comes up in science. Mu. If you take physics in high school, you'll see those two. You'll see psi and omega. You'll probably see a couple of others, but because people believe that the foundation for mathematics come from the Greeks, or the Greek alphabet is used a lot in math and in science. So don't be surprised when you see these funny looking symbols. You want to pull up a Greek alphabet chart, or maybe print a little chart out and get yourself familiarized with these symbols, these letters of this alphabet, so that you won't be thrown off when you see these things used. And then finally, this is what a TI-84 calculator looks like. Now, I happen to have it on my computer, and I just want to highlight a couple buttons. The second button brings up all of the blue keys. So anytime you see a blue key, you had to hit second to access it. And obviously the alpha brings up the green key. So you hit alpha and then type the letters, and you have all these letters. Now here's a Greek letter here. Here's pi. That brings up, there's 3.14, but if you watch the video on numbers and operations, this is an irrational number, so it goes on forever. And then theta is right here, xt theta n. This is what we put in when we put in functions or linear equations into the calculator. You hit this button, hit y equals, this button up here, hit y equals, then hit the x to get the x, and then you hit graph, and then an image will appear on the screen, and you can do all kinds of things. And I talk about this from time to time on the in some of the videos, especially when you get to some of the function videos. So that is this. This is what math is. This is what you'll be expected to do and see. So I just wanted to talk about that and try to guide you through a high school math pathway for you, depending on what you think you want to do with your life. So thank you for watching the video, and I hope to see you on the next one. All right.